Happy Sunday, y'all. Hope everybody's doing well, having a good weekend. So I want to welcome everyone to the Daily Reader podcast on the Tony's Journey YouTube channel, where we read from a daily reader or a devotional, and we learn tools and principles, including but not limited to prayer, meditation, and breath work that help us to stay more present and to live better lives. We meet on here Wednesday and Thursdays at 7 a.m. and Friday through Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, with the exception of, like today, yesterday, some other times. Right now we're dealing with my grandmother's health issues, so sometimes I have to reschedule, so I apologize, y'all, for that. Hopefully in the near future I'll be able to get back to a full regular schedule for those times, but in the meantime I appreciate y'all's patience and understanding on that. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to this channel for content and podcast episodes. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to go ahead and get rolling here. So y'all go ahead and come to a stopping point in whatever you're doing this morning. Some of y'all may still just be laying in the bed, maybe going out to the flea markets. I would suggest if you are laying in the bed and maybe set up, I would probably set somewhere up where you can, like maybe a chair, recliner, couch, or even on your bed, just so you don't fall asleep as we're doing the relaxation portion this morning. And I'm going to go ahead and light our candle. While y'all are doing that, I'll give you about a minute or so to get there somewhere safe and comfortable. Oh, had it lit and it went out on me. There it goes. I think my AC vent may have blew it out. There we go, we're good. We're good now. Okay. Good morning, those of y'all that are just joining us. Getting ready to start our relaxation portion this morning, so go ahead and find somewhere safe where you can get comfortable for the next, I don't know, probably 5 or 10 minutes. I'll give you just another 30 seconds or so to get there. August the 31st, y'all. Last day of August. Whew. Just got through doing some HIIT sprints, y'all. I'm burning up. Sweating like crazy. Actually going over to a friend of mine today, and I'm doing a paint job. We've been working on it for a little while. We'll be painting the garage today. Been going to a potluck up in Saluda, North Carolina tonight with some of the men and the men's work I'm involved with out of Hendersonville, actually. Hendersonville and the Greenville group, so looking forward to that. It's gonna be a fun time up in the mountains at one of the guys' houses up there. So, all right, I'm just gonna turn my projector on, y'all. Let's get this thing lit up this morning. There we go. All right, y'all. Well, go ahead, and if it's comfortable for you doing so, go ahead and close your eyes. If not, you just leave them open. And just take some slow, deep breaths. Breathing in your nose and out your mouth. Most of y'all probably already noticed it. Just in case you haven't, this relaxation process is all about becoming present in our lives and stopping the fear of the future, any kind of worries of the future, as well as any regrets from the past. And yeah, it's just about being here now, right? Because this is all we have, y'all. We don't have tomorrow. Tomorrow's not here yet. Even later today is not here yet. So it's just about accepting every moment as it is. And just taking it every minute as it comes as well, right? None of us can predict the future unless you're a psychic, maybe. But we can sometimes guess right, based on some of the past history, things like that. Especially if we don't make changes, right? If we don't make changes in our lives in the future, we can probably expect a lot of the same. Continue breathing in the nose, out the mouth. But if we can just get present in our lives, get present to our current reality, that we can, if we choose to, make necessary changes to make our lives different going forward for the future. But that don't mean we worry about the future, right? Don't worry about the future. My focus each and every day is to live in the moment, live my mission and purpose as best as I can. Love myself, love God, and love others. So hopefully y'all can relate to some of that mission and purpose. But my specific mission and purpose, my light's mission and purpose, my love's mission and purpose is to love and accept others as they are. Simple, not easy. If you don't know your mission and purpose, and you want to know your mission and purpose in life, definitely reach out to me sometime, and I can point you to some resources for figuring out how I actually figured out my mission and purpose. Continue breathing. Just focusing on the breath today. Your mind goes to the future, goes to the past, just bring it back to the here and now. We're going to do one more breath, y'all. After that, we're going to do the short version of the Serenity Prayer. For this final breath, take it in deep as you can, breathing in your nose. And on the exhale, release it audibly. This will allow your body to release any more stress or tensions you might be holding on to, either consciously or unconsciously. And prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Okay, whenever you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. I'm going to go ahead and get some more light on in here before we start reading. Hey. Alright, y'all. August the 31st. I am the adult child of two addicts. Before I came into Al-Anon, I had no dreams or hope. I saw my life through my husband's drinking. I had heard about Al-Anon but couldn't conceive how it could help me. As long as my husband was still drinking and had no intention of stopping, how could going to meetings and focusing on myself make a difference in my life? My existence felt like an out-of-control whirlwind that nothing could stop. I decided to go to a meeting and do whatever they suggested. What could it hurt? I asked myself. I attended meetings regularly, whether or not I felt like it. I asked someone to be my sponsor and started applying the slogans and steps to my life. When I still couldn't and didn't believe Al-Anon could help me in any meaningful way, my sponsor suggested, perhaps you could try believing that I believe. I decided to lean on my sponsor's faith in the program until I could develop some of my own. After a few months, I was able to call my sponsor and tell her I no longer needed to rely solely on her faith because I had my own. After giving the program a real fair chance by applying it to my life, I had gathered an impressive collection of my own miracles and spiritual awakenings. This came about by living one day at a time, practicing faith, and working our simple but difficult steps. Today, I am grateful to be alive, strengthened by my ever-growing belief and my faith in my higher power, the Al-Anon program, and myself. Thought for the day: without Al-Anon, I would be on a dead-end road. Instead, my path is one of belief in the gift of recovery. I have grown into a believer who daily thanks my higher power and asks for help. And that's from the book, I think it might be a magazine, The Forum, May 1998, page 24. Interesting reading, y'all. It's kind of crazy how the 12 steps really will work for anyone, whether you have faith or not, right? To me, when I first started going over 8 years ago, I didn't have a whole lot of faith in myself or other people. So when I started, I actually put my faith in the meeting. I didn't have a sponsor, but going to the meetings and just other people's stories, that's where I put my faith at. And I started in Al-Anon myself, and then I actually migrated over to ACA, so I go to ACA more than anything now. But we are reading, as many of y'all know, some of y'all may not know, we are reading from an Al-Anon reader. I just pick and choose, y'all, right? Just where I feel led each year, and what I plan to do going forward each year, kind of where I feel God's leading me, as well, with what reader to do, what devotional to do, or whatnot. Whatever's really most beneficial, I think, out of the things that I have, the resources that I have. But Al-Anon is still very near and dear to my heart. It's a really good program. I do from time to time go to meetings as well with Al-Anon. So, but yeah, for me, talks about here what stood out to me was the many spiritual awakenings. I've had a ton of miracles as well as spiritual awakenings. Usually every day, or at least every other day, I have some kind of a miracle happen. And to me, y'all, it's more about me surrendering myself or the ego. The more I surrender myself and the ego and just be in the moment and just be in the now and just let God guide me, like from intuition, I call it intuition, to be taught from within. I believe that the more of those miracles tend to happen, and things just get better and better in my life. Right? It's not. I'm not saying it's every day because it's not, but at least every other day, every couple days, I have some very, very interesting things happen that I would consider miraculous in my life. For example, like I'll be thinking about a friend or thinking about a family member, and lo and behold, they'll call me like 5 minutes later. That's one thing that's happened countless times. I could probably count 20 times that's happened in my life. So yeah, it can happen for you too. If you work in the program, you work the steps, at least even applying just some of the teachings in without even having a sponsor and working the steps, y'all. Just the teachings that we have here in this reader. Slogans and tools that we have here. If you'll just apply them to your life, y'all, I guarantee your life will start improving. You'll start getting better. You'll have some different perspectives, different shifts in your life as well. It'll help you live a better life, right? Like I talked about in the beginning, in the welcome message, to welcome everybody here, to help us live better lives. And that's what it'll do for you. I can promise you that. So if you're out there hurting, just hang on. Things are going to get better. Sometimes we live in a season for a while. A lot of times that season is about just learning and growing. But I'd say that just hang in there, buckle your seatbelt, and just do the best you can just to at least accept where you're currently at in your life. And then with that, you can fully accept it unconditionally, right? Unconditionally accept your situation, your reality, then you can make changes if you choose to from there. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. Got to get on to Landrum, South Carolina. I got a paint job up there I got to get to here. So, as always, appreciate y'all being here. Any comments, questions, suggestions, any thoughts that y'all have about the reading are welcome as well. So definitely leave them in the comments. I want to learn from y'all as well, as y'all can learn from me, right? My experience. Nobody's perfect, and this podcast is y'all's as much as it is mine. So once again, thanks for being here, y'all. Go ahead and blow out our candle. And I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. If y'all can be here. If not, sometime soon. And as always, y'all, peace and love.